The rebellious Russian mercenary commander who ordered his troops to march on Moscow before abruptly reversing course will move to neighboring Belarus and not face prosecution, the Kremlin said Saturday, as part of a deal to defuse a crisis that represented the most significant challenge to the President Vladimir Putin in his more than 2 decades in power. The charges against Yevgeny Prigozhin for mounting an armed rebellion will be dropped and the troops who joined him also will not be prosecuted, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov announced. And fighters from his Wagner Group who did not take part in the uprising will be offered contract by the defense ministry. Putin had vowed to punish those behind the armed uprising led by his one-time protege, whose forces seized a key military facility in southern Russia before advancing onto the capital. In a televised speech to the nation, Putin called the rebellion betrayal and treason. In allowing Prigozhin and his forces to go free, Peskov said Putin's highest goal was to avoid bloodshed and international confrontation with unpredictable results. Moscow had braced for the arrival of the Wagner forces by erecting checkpoints with armored vehicles and troops on the city's southern edge. Red Square was shut down and the mayor urged motorists to stay off some roads. But after the deal was struck, Prigozhin announced that while his men were just 200 kilometers from Moscow, he had decided to retreat to avoid shedding Russian blood. His troops were ordered back to their field camps in Ukraine, where they have been fighting alongside Russian regular soldiers. Prigozhin has demanded the ouster of Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu, long the target of his withering criticism for his conduct of the war in Ukraine. On Friday, he accused forces under Shoigu's command of attacking Wagner camps and killing a huge number of our comrades. Prigozhin did not say whether the Kremlin had responded to his demand. Peskov said the issue could not have been discussed during the negotiations, which were conducted by the President of Belarus and is the exclusive prerogative of the Commander in Chief. If Putin were to be agreed to Shogun ouster, it could be politically damaging for the president after he branded Prigozhin a backstabbing traitor. Early Saturday, Prigozhin's private army appeared to control the military headquarters in Rostov-on-Don, a city 663 miles away of south of Moscow, which runs Russian operation in Ukraine, Britain Ministry of Defense said. A nighttime video from the city posted on Russian messaging app channel showed people cheering Wagner troops as they left Rostov-on-Don. Prigozhin was seen riding in one of the vehicles, and people greeted him and some ran to shake his hand as he lowered the window. The regional governor later said that the troops had left the city. Wagner troops and equipment also were in Lipsk province, about 360 kilometers south of Moscow. Authorities declared a counter-terrorist regime in Moscow and its surrounding region, enhancing security and restricting some movement. On the southern outskirts, troops erected checkpoints, arranged sandbags, and set up machine guns. Crew dug up sections of highways to slow the march. Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin declared Monday a non-working day for most residents as part of the heightened security, a measure that remained in effect even after the retreat. The dramatic development came exactly 16 months after Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Europe's largest conflict since World War II, which has killed tens of thousands, displaced millions, and reduced cities to rubble. Ukrainians hoped that the Russian infighting would create opportunities for their army to take back territory seized by Russian forces. Ben Barry, senior fellow for land warfare at the International Institute of Strategic Studies, said that even with the deal, Putin's position has probably been weakened, and this event will be of great comfort to Ukrainian government and the military. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said late Saturday, shortly after Prigozhin announced his retreat, that the march exposed weakness in the Kremlin and showed all Russian bandits, mercenaries, oligarchs that it is easy to capture Russian cities and probably arsenals. Switching into Russian in his daily video address, Zelensky said the man from the Kremlin was very afraid. He repeated his calls for the West to supply Ukraine with F-16 fighter jets and ATACMS tactical ballistic missiles. Prigozhin had vowed earlier that his fighter, whom he said some number is 25,000, would not surrender because we do not want the country to live on in corruption, deceit, and bureaucracy. Regarding the betrayal of the motherland, the president was deeply mistaken. We are patriots of our homeland, he said in an audio message on his Telegram channel. He posted video of himself at the military headquarters in Rostov-on-Don and claimed his forces had taken control of the airfield and other military facilities in the city without any deaths or even a single gunshot. Russian media, however, reported that several helicopters and a military communication plane were downed by Wagner troops. The Kremlin referred a question about the losses to the defense ministry, which was not commented. Thank you. If you like the content of my video, please do share and subscribe to my channel and post your comment, positive or negative, in the comment section below. Thank you.